Hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And tonight we have leaked photos that prove again that Meghan's rags to riches story is false. Harry leaning away from Meghan in a pathetic display of body language, and Prince William obliterating the scene at the BAFTAs. But first, a quick update on my site, Duke and Duchess of Sausages.com. I originally thought of this as a practical joke, add a few AI pictures and call it a day. But you know me, I always have to turn up things up to 11, and so I have begun to write satire there. So if you go to the link in the description, you can check out exclusive content such as Prince Harry not worried about visa reviews. I always use MasterCards. Tired of people noticing her non bronzed hands, Meghan Markle opts for wearing bronze gloves. Or one that was very popular. Prince Harry's meeting with First Nations chief goes awfully wrong. I'm a chief impact officer myself, the ex royal said. Best of all is that it's free, so go check all my satire pieces using the link in the description of this video. But I want to talk about my latest article there. You can also read the article, but I want to comment about something that might be satire, but at the same time, it's straight from real life. And what do I mean by this? Well, Meghan wants everyone to believe that downgrading her podcast to Limonada is her boldest move yet. I would like to have a word about this. This is something that narcissists do all the time. You can imagine that any sane person, any regular mortal having to face the embarrassment of being kicked out of Spotify will at least give you a lesson in humility, force you into taking a step back and saying, I have to learn from this. I did things wrong. I have to correct things. And if you cannot go and do the thing yourself with your own production company, and you absolutely must have to go with a publisher, and no publisher would take you, but except one that is so small in comparison with who you were before, the best thing that you can do is to just shut up. Shut up. Try to do it quietly. I don't know. Try to learn the lesson, not complain much, not do much fanfare because it's quite pathetic. And the numbers speak for themselves. Spotify has 30 million listeners in the United States in podcasts, and Lemonada has barely 1 million. So what does Meghan do about that? The same that every narcissist does when things don't go as planned, when things are simply derailed. The usual that happens when a narcissist is at the wheel. They are going to make it seem like it's a big win. It's a bold move. It's a step in the right direction. They are winning. And not gonna lie, most narcissists are really good at that game. And if they don't have Meghan's bad rep, well, they might get away with that. But in Meghan's case, we know that she's going to try to boast about something that simply doesn't make sense. Well, before we talk about our very special body language analysis of the day, let's talk about William. Let's talk about William because he was last night at the BAFTAs and he just stole the show. Someone said on Twitter that William had or has BDE. And you might be asking, what is BDE? Well, let's say that BDE is like saying big dominant energy. Yes, let's keep this YouTube channel family friendly. Big dominant energy. You can see him strutting down the red carpet with those extremely blue eyes. It was amazing to see him greeting people just the way that he knows how to do it. And there was also David Beckham, by the way, with a full smile. You know that Bex and Will are really good friends. And Kate Blanchett, and it looked real like they were having a really good time. Of course, we were all missing Catherine here. We still wish her a speedy recovery. We hope that she is doing better and better every day and getting ready to be on the spotlight again. And we are waiting patiently. We can wait all the time that is needed. Catherine, if you're watching this by any chance, we love you and we will wait until you are 100% ready to come back. And I almost forgot to mention that William is making things happen as he recently announced a 4 million plan to build homes for the unhoused at his Cornwall estate. And that's great. So let's talk about that video that is making the rounds online of Michael Bublé singing his lousy version of Frank Sinatra's My Way. Oh, by the way, just a random comment. I don't like that song that much because the lyrics are like, you're finished, you have reached the end of the line. I don't know. I think one never reaches the end of the line, not even in death, but that is just me. But let's see this. Meghan there trying to be lovely with Harry, and Harry is leaning away from her. And you see that at no point Harry acknowledges her presence, doesn't turn to her. He's completely silent because even if we cannot see his face, we see the side of his head and we see that his mouth is not moving at any moment. And it will be a bit strange if he began talking to Meghan and not turning to her to talk to her. That will be odd. And just at the end, when Bublé cracks a joke with the lyrics, it's only at that moment that there's a semblance of reaction from Harry. But for all that Harry that has this wacky and foolish reactions sometimes, he's not enjoying the joke from Bublé, who is supposedly his friend, leaning away from Meghan. And don't you tell me that this was very serious body language of conflict. Like, he wasn't very keen on being there. Even when Meghan puts her hand on his face, he leans even further from her. It's like he tries to reach out to him, but he doesn't get closer to her. That's what we should be seeing here. Well, it's the Montecito love story, I guess. And this is something that Rick Hoffman has not going to take to the grave, apparently, a secret that he has been keeping for nearly 6 years. Meghan Markle's co-star Rick Hoffman claims there was a foul smell in the air during her wedding to Prince Harry, as he blames terrible odor for that viral photo of him scrunching up his face at ceremony. I mean, what was the need to reveal that now? And I guess it was the interviewer who asked him this, but it's incredible how every single detail that has anything to do with the royal family, people were going to remember that and ask those questions years later. And that's how I know that we will be finding out things about Meghan in this and coming years. And many people will feel vindicated. But as for Rick, well, I cannot imagine what was that foul smell. Maybe it was sulfur. Maybe it was sewer. I don't know what could have produced such a disgusting scent. Maybe at some point we will find out. Who knows? It's like those pictures that are surfacing of Meghan's childhood, courtesy of her cousin Sean Johnson. We can see that her story from rags to riches, well, it was absolutely not true, especially because we got pictures of a trip to Hawaii. She like having a loving family, and of course, many, many, many things or everything that Thomas Markle gave her. And you can see that, yes, she was by all means a privileged child. But that's okay. That's great. It's great to have a head start in life. It's great to have a loving father that makes sure that you have everything that you need. But don't say that you come from nothing, from this Sizzler salad thing, because people are going to find out, and this is what we are talking about. Eventually, people are going to find out things. Oh, well, my Royal Rogues, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. And remember to download my free body language tips in the description of this video if you want to read anyone like a book. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And remember, much love and bliss.